Morning guys. I'm quite excited this morning. I am on my way to my third mentoring session actually of this year. The first two were kind of about a month apart towards the earlier part of the year, and then it all fell a bit, all went a bit awry with all the break-ins and everything, because a lot of the purpose with the mentor sessions was the fact that it set me goals, and with all the break-ins that we had, it just meant that there was absolutely no time to dedicate to hitting those goals. It was just a case of just having to fight to stay alive, really, as far as the business is concerned. So we kind of postponed them, which is a good thing. But we're back in the race again, and it's fantastic. It's with a local businessman called Joe from a company called Haptic. We're just around the corner from us anyway. I mean, I've known him for years, and he's used us 4 years. He's a big kind of influence, and I very much look up to him because he's very successful. So it's really nice, because everybody says that you need a mentor in this game, and I totally agree, but finding one is super hard because... Hey guys, sorry to interrupt this video, just a quick one. Please hit the like button on this video. It has an enormous effect with all the YouTube algorithms to promote my videos to a larger audience. So one quick click from you, just on the like, the thumbs up, can go an awful long way to getting my videos out to a larger population and get them watching my content. Thank you. Over to the video. But finding one is super hard, because if you're not successful, you're trying hard to be successful. And if you are successful, you're riding on the crest of that wave and you don't want to be letting it go. So it's really, it's amazing that somebody has dedicated their time to helping me. And it gives it's accountability, really, because when you're running a company, you have nobody to be accountable to. And I thrive off of that, because you tend to get a little bit waylaid every single day by what comes at you and the directions that you take. And it's very useful to actually have a focus point and a goal, and somebody holding you to tasking on those, whether you complete them or not, and what you learn from them. But it's really good to know that you've got a date where you need to produce the goods by, or at least have an answer why you haven't. And that's one thing that is hugely missing when you run your own business, and you're essentially, I don't want to say you're at the top, but nobody really holds you accountable. I guess that's where big companies have boards of directors, where the bosses of those companies are held accountable by that board, but that's not something that I have, and not entirely sure I'd want. But there are pros and cons, I guess. So I'm looking forward to this session, to catch back up with Joe and everything that's gone on, because there's been an enormous amount gone on. Positive for sure, and yeah, so we've got a morning to catch up and hopefully set some more goals and find out where we're at. And it's really good for me as a person, as I mentioned, focus, but it's also good for that positivity, because he also gives me that boost as to how far we've gone. And that, again, that's something that you tend to lose if you don't actually sit back and reflect, because you're always pushing. I mean, I certainly am. It's like I always put it towards like qualifying back in my days in F1. It's like every day is like qualifying, and qualifying days in F1 were just draining, tiring, hectic, exciting, thrilling, disappointing, everything rolled into one, and darn hard work. And every day and I probably shouldn't, sometimes I think to myself, you actually need to lift off the gas a little bit and sit back and reflect. But that's what these sessions do as well, and it's actually allows you to from another perspective, but to actually sit back and reflect on where you've come in the life of your company, I guess, but also since the last session. So as a business owner, it allows you to take stock, fill yourself up a little bit with positive energy and a target, and go away and fit that into your daily workload as well. So super excited about that session. And Joe's a great mentor, really is. Shoots from the hip, and he'll tell you exactly how it is, which is exactly how I need it to be. There's no point fluffing around it, polishing egos, because that doesn't get you anywhere. Hey guys, so after my mentor session this morning with Joe, again, just it's been a little while since we've had the last one, and it's just one of those things where it just ends up mind blowing. And it can either be this mind blowing moment can either be at the beginning, the middle, or even in the end. And this one came towards the end, out of nowhere, as it usually does. And it's great to catch up and get some direction, and amazing comparisons as well between what's been going on with him and his business and mine and me over the last few months. And yeah, just out of nowhere, as we're sort of chugging along with the session, just a mind-blowing moment that sets my head spinning in a positive way, in a great way, and just serves to, when you think, you're pretty bright and you're getting things licked and you know which direction to go, and then all of a sudden, bam, another, it could be a suggestion, a point of view, an opinion, just wow, sets you on a complete spin of just wow, eyes open. It's hard to explain, but it's almost one of those epiphany moments, and it's just incredible. So super pleased. Thank you, Joe. What an another amazing session. Can't wait for the next one. Would be sad to see them end, as we only kind of laid down a foundation for 4 anyway, to start with at least. So who knows where it'll go from here, but already, even in the 3 sessions we've had, it has had an enormously positive impact and a real eye-opener. So super pleased with the session, and can't wait for the next one.